Well, it was one of those, it was a typical game coming out of break, having a long layoff, and then, playing a team that's played last weekend. And, they looked like they were game ready. We looked a little bit sluggish to start. We scored that. Cass made a great play on the shorthanded goal. Delayed a little bit, waited for Lubs to get in the play, and then off pad. We work on that a lot, and it was good to finally see it work in the game. And that got us going, and that settled us in the first. And and then we did enough things offensively in the second and third, but we did pretty well defensively. And to get a shutout coming off a 10-game layoff is pretty good. To get 2 points in league is good, and certainly it's a lot better to learn from a W than learn from a loss. So we'll regroup, we'll watch some video tomorrow, and get ready for Niagara on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, the first one was just kind of a broken play in our D zone. I got lucky on a pinch by their guy, and just a 2-on-1, and we work on it in practice all the time. And the kid was actually a forward that was back on D. He did a pretty good job taking away the pass. So I only had one play to shoot it, and Luby was in a great spot to pick up a rebound. And then the second one, Karl made a great quick up to Scott, and Scott one-touched it to me. We had a little quick 2-on-1. I kind of lost the puck, and wasn't a great shot, but Scott was right there to make a nice play, bring it to his backhand, and put it in.
I mean, we just emphasized, we were coming off a long break that we hadn't played in. We had a whole week off there, so I think just keeping it simple, keeping my feet moving, and it wasn't necessarily anything special, just making simple chips, simple plays, and the points just kind of came. It wasn't any mindset, I got to get on the board here. I haven't had one in a while. It just kind of happens when you're making, easy plays with your feet moving and the guys are running the system right.
He can skate, and you give him a lot. You give him open ice. He can dance some people, and he got a lot of speed coming through the neutral zone, and then he got wide on that D. And as he can do, he can put it right into a small area in tight, and he did that. It was a beautiful goal, and really it was a big goal because I think that was a backbreaker for them, and it obviously gave us momentum to finish the way we did. So we were happy that he scored there.
A lot of it's battling in front of the net and in the corners. They do a really good job keeping at least one D net front. It makes it difficult to get rebounds and get screens. So a lot of it's one-on-ones in front, and then we got to get shots through from the point. And I thought we did a really good job in the second period, and that was probably why we started to take over the game more in the second than the first, because we did a really good job getting the puck back down low when we got it up top.
Oh yeah, from the defensive standpoint, when the forwards are working the puck low and they get it up to us, we just got to make sure we get the puck to the net, and that's something we've been working on a lot this year. We've struggled a little bit with it, but we've every practice that's been a point of emphasis, and so definitely in the second period, we started seeing pucks get into the net, and that keeps plays alive. It keeps the forwards and their cycle going, so it starts to loosen them up a little bit and create scoring chances.
They're a tough team to play because you can have stretches of time where you possess the puck and you have it in their end. I mean, at the beginning of the second period, we had the puck in their end for 2 minutes and 15 seconds right off the bat, and we rolled 4 lines through, and they might have got the puck into the neutral zone, then we're right back in. But it's one of those. They're one of those teams where we're on them for about 15 minutes in that second period, and then we get a face-off in our offensive zone, and it's a 50-50 puck, and they beat us, they chip it by, and they create a 2-on-1, and that's how they get their chances. And Paul Barafato played really well, and he made some really big saves in that late in the second period when we lost a little bit of our momentum right after that face-off. But that's the type of team they are, and you can be on them, you lose your focus just for a second, and all of a sudden they get a chance, and they're good enough where they can bury, and then all of a sudden it's a different game. And a couple things that I give credit, Paul played great, and we bent and didn't break, and that was big. And I thought our third period, we had possession. We didn't have a lot of shots, but we did a pretty good job defensively, blowing up their rushes in our transition to D. And, on the 2 goals, that Karl got an assist on that second goal and the third goal, it was just more of our transition to offense. We turned pucks over, and we got it moving right away, and then that created these 2-on-1 situations that we were able to take advantage of, and that's how we want to play, and we did a good job in those situations.